This is the data that nobody else is giving you. In today's video, we're going to explain why this data is so important. It explains why XRP has gone down so much in 2026. But it also is going to show you a glimpse into the future and how easily it's going to be for XRP to go to much higher prices. But so far in 2026, we've had nearly $2 billion of net outflows for XRP. A lot more money coming out of XRP than going in. And it's given us an average monthly market cap multiplier so far of about 84, almost 85x in the first 6 months of this year. This is the data, along with some other metrics and data points that I want to present to you today that I don't see anybody else really covering or talking about. And I encourage you guys to help us by spreading this data, spreading this message, because this is what makes XRP go to much higher prices. We can do all the riddles, we can have all the narratives, but at the end of the day, this data tells the real story. Let's get you right on into it. If you appreciate what we're doing here, please help us out by liking this video, sharing it out far and wide. And if you're new here, make sure you guys subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our updates. We go to coinglass.com and it gives you the heat map for the volume. It gives you the heat map for the net inflows, or in this case, outflows from the secondary market, right? The retail exchanges where retail is trading at. Everybody keeps asking me, what happened to the ETFs and the market cap multiplier for the ETFs? The ETFs are not included in the data that I'm about to show you because all of the ETF flows have been in the OTC and dark pools. So they're not moving the price of XRP at all. So when we were looking at ETF inflows, looking at our market cap multiplier, could the ETFs pump XRP to 10, 20, 30 bucks? The assumption was that the flows would be coming in through the secondary exchanges, not OTC and dark pools, which has been the case. So the ETFs have had almost zero impact on XRP price. Are they locking up XRP supply? Almost 1% of the total supply so far. And so will it lead to a supply shock and price action down the road? I do believe so. But so far, ETFs, no impact on price. So we're looking at retail, and retail's been pulling their money out of XRP. So on coinglass.com, you go down here to the XRP spot inflow outflow chart. And this is where we have collected all of our data. Then we go to the XRP market cap chart. And I go month by month here, and I'm measuring the change in market cap from the highest point that we hit in January down to the lowest point in January. We lost 54.91 billion of market cap in January. We lost 34 billion in February. We lost 18 billion in March. Now, April was a green month, but from the peak that we hit down to the bottom, that was a loss of 14.5 billion in April. For May, we lost 16.99 billion, and for June, we lost $19.89 billion of XRP market cap. So I used my last bit of free Fable 5, the LLM on Claude, to help me compile this data. And boy, has AI made this research and compiling this data, putting it into slideshow presentations for you guys, it's made it a lot faster. I've had a lot of fun with it. And so you're looking at my spreadsheet right here, and what you see is the date along with the net flow. The days of outflow are in red, the days of inflow are in green. And you can see that we've had very few days of inflows, and most of the days have been outflows for XRP. But let's go to my slideshow presentation so I can show you the key takeaways from this data. We're looking at the year-to-date facts so far, from January 1st through July 6th, 2026. I didn't include today's date, July 7th, because today's not done. The total net flow year-to-date is negative 1.92 billion. So this means we've had almost $2 billion come out of XRP so far this year from a net standpoint. Now, the days of inflows have been 50. The days of outflows have been 137, meaning that we've only had about 26% of the days with inflows. So only 1 in 4 days saw net inflows so far this year. Our largest day of inflows was $27.8 million. Our largest day of outflows was $68.9 million, and our average daily flow is negative $10.2 million. So kind of stating the obvious, but giving you the hard data. Like how much has been pulled out? Nearly $2 billion has come out of XRP so far this year. That's why we went back down to $1.10. Right? We can do narratives and we can do riddles and all this, but the data really just speaks for itself, right? Money comes in, money goes out. A lot more has come out than come into XRP. But what does this data tell us? Let's go back here to the slideshow, and here are the monthly totals so far. So in January, we had 622 million of an outflow with only 6 days of inflows and 25 days of outflows. So you can see what's happening here, right? In February, only 9 days of inflows, 19 days of outflows. Our best month so far was April, where we had 13 days of inflows and 17 days of outflows. Yet the net flow was still negative 47 million. So think about that. Our best month so far was April. We still had more outflow days than inflow days, and the total net flow for the month was negative 47 million. May was negative 218 million. June was negative 282 million. So our worst month by far was January, with a loss of 622 million of net flow taken out of XRP. So our total January through June is 1.88 billion of net outflows, and it's pretty ugly, right? It's nearly 3-to-1. It is ugly out there. But we go to our market cap multiplier to tally this up. So we gathered the change in market cap for the month of January, and as you guys saw when I showed you the market cap chart, I'm measuring from the absolute top wick that month down to the bottom wick at the bottom of that month. That change in market cap divided by the net flow, which for every month is negative, gives us that market cap multiplier. And what we see here is it is consistently above 50, and we even have one month where it's over 300 on that market cap multiplier. Take a look at it. For January, we lost 54 billion in market cap off of only 622 million of a net outflow, giving us a multiplier of 88. For February, the market cap multiplier was 92. For March, it was 54. That was the lowest reading. It was a 54x multiplier in March. Our highest reading was April, a 304x market cap multiplier. May was 77, June was 70. So our total market cap change, we lost 159 billion of market cap off of 1.8 billion of net outflows, giving us a market cap multiplier average of 84.6x January through June total. So for every $1 of outflow, it erased $85 of XRP market cap. And you're saying to yourself, well, this sucks. This is terrible. XRP is bleeding. All this money's coming out of XRP. This is just terrible. This is a bear market. This is what happens. And the data is the data. And what is it telling you? What is it's not showing you here is these market cap multipliers that we're observing on the way down are similar to ones that we're observing when XRP is going up. And so in my next video where I break down the best days for the market cap multiplier and days of inflows and what happens when the money starts to come into XRP, right? This works in both directions, going down, going up, when money's coming in and when money's going out. The summary is in 2026, money's been coming out of XRP. Make no mistake about it. We don't need to try to hide this fact. It's been ugly out here. But that's not always going to be the case. And in my next video, I'm going to show you guys some of the best examples of months where money's coming in. November 2024 is going to be one of the best, I can tell you right now, because I already did the calculation. The monthly market cap multiplier in November 2024 was like 800x. So I'm going to show you some good times are coming. We've seen it in the past. We're going to see it in the future. But so far in 2026, I mean, the totals are very clear. We've had 1.92 billion of total net outflows. We've had average daily flows of negative 10 million. 1 in 4 days saw inflows. That means 3 out of 4 days, we're talking about money going out of XRP. Pretty easy to understand why the price has gone down so bad. But the reason why it's so important to show the good and the bad is so that you understand that the market cap movements are not one-to-one. When people talk about XRP going to $100 and the market cap bros freak out because that would be a $6 trillion market cap. How could that ever be? Well, as I've shown you, the market cap of Nvidia reached over 5 trillion. The market cap of gold was over 30 trillion. The M2 supply of the Japanese yen, I think I calculated, was about 8 trillion. The US dollar is even more. So when you compare XRP to stocks, other currencies, to gold, we know what's possible. Is it impossible for XRP to go to a 6 trillion market cap and be a $100 XRP? Many people would say yes, because they think that 6 trillion needs to flow into XRP. Well, we just debunked that. We've debunked it multiple times, but as we recap the first half of 2026 and why has XRP been performing so bad, here's your answer. Is this going to be the case forever? Absolutely not. When the inflows return, you can slap on that 80x multiplier to those inflows, and it's not going to take 5-6 trillion coming in to make XRP go to a 6 trillion market cap and be a $100 XRP. This data confirms that that's not the case. So anybody telling you that it's impossible for XRP to go to these high numbers, send them this video, please. Please like this video. Please share this video out far and wide, and let everybody know that XRP is on its way to higher prices. It's not always going to be outflows. It's not always going to be a negative market cap multiplier. This will flip positive. And just as violent as it is on the way down, it can sometimes even be more violent on the way up. That market cap multiplier can be 100 to 300x on the way down, and it also can be just as high, if not even more, on the way up. So be prepared for that. It's coming. So I hope you guys appreciate this content. I hope that this data makes it easier to understand your investment in XRP, why it's been performing so bad, but why we still see so much potential for XRP's growth into the future. Now, real quick, I do want to mention our sponsor, iTrust Capital, does have you covered. If you're looking to get your retirement funds into digital assets, you can roll over an existing 401k or IRA into the iTrust Capital IRA. This is a product that we have been using ourselves. We absolutely love the free institutional grade custody and the US-based customer support. Right now, they're running the promo of the $100 funding bonus when you're a new client. Sign up, create your account, get it funded, and then you'll receive a $100 funding bonus. And that goes for all three of their products: the IRA, the premium custody account, and the treasury account for your business, your trust, and your nonprofit. If you appreciate my content, what I try to do in return is give you guys the best community resources. When you use our resources, when you use our links, it is a way to support the cause. So I greatly appreciate it. And I think that you're going to appreciate the white glove service, free institutional grade custody, and the US-based customer support. The experience has been tremendous for me and for thousands of people in our community. I encourage you guys to check them out for yourself and take advantage of that $100 funding bonus. That's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless you all. I am your host, Zach Rector. I really appreciate all of the love and support. If you want to support the channel, just remember that you can start by smashing that thumbs up for me, sharing this content far and wide, and everything else is at my website.